Hey guys, it's time for another episode of Boring Stuff. We're gonna paint the trailer today, and we might get some other stuff done, but I know I've got a really busy week, so I'm just gonna take you through the basics, that it doesn't have to be that much work, and get nice results fast. And after all, it's only a scrap trailer. So, now we're gonna take the electrical off. I just don't want this in the way of the paint. And I'm going to be rerouting my electrical, so might as well get her done. I guess I could have used the drill, but I didn't. Okay, so for right now we're just going to leave these alone. I'm just going to unmount it off the trailer. There we go. I want to keep track of the self-tappers, or else you'll find them in your tire. Now we're going to take the handle off, because it's the only shiny thing on the trailer. Wow, didn't even drop anything. So the rust paint I'm going to be using is called Armor Coat. I'll show that to you in a few minutes. It's over there, and I'm too lazy to go over there. And they say this stuff converts rust at the same time as painting. Has its own primer. I'm just going to take the wire wheel, just get some of the chippies off, and the rest we're going to paint right over, and we're going to see what the results are. Okay? Sure. So guys, we got that scraped down. Now we're going to prep this thing to accept the paint. And what I mean by that is by removing the wax and grease. Well, we know there's no wax, but we know there's grease because of all that drilling I did. And oils from the road and stuff like that. And on a car, I would use a Prep-Sol. Prep-Sol is bug, wax, tar remover, oils. Even the oils from your fingers could cause fish eyes. So, in this case, because there's so many crooks and crannies, I use brake clean. And you want to use the non-chlorinated stuff. That's the stuff that'll catch on fire. It's got the stuff. It's got all the juices to really do a good job. The chlorinated stuff is no good. You want the non-chlorinated. So this is a good example. See the oil everywhere? All you want to do is spray it down. need to go get some more. As you can see, the stuff dries quick, which is nice, because then you know where you have to hit again. So you want to shake this can a lot. Then take the cap off. Make sure the white dot is not pointed towards you. You start spraying. Now, first of all, I'm going to do the jack. Rebuilding, rebuilding. Myself, I'd like to work in steps. I like everything to get 2 coats, but I don't want to wait the day. So I'll do like the tongue, and then wait 10 minutes and do the tongue again. I want to start off with a light coat. So you get the idea. I'll bring you back for the second coat. So it's been 10 minutes or maybe more, and that's actually looking pretty good. So I'm thinking places I can see are going to get 2 coats. Places I can't see will only get 1 coat. Might as well save some money. Nobody's ever going to see the underside of that trailer again. And at least we know that we've taken care of the rust. For the second coat, you just want to make sure you get a nice wet coat on here. That's where you're going to get your shine. And I'll bring you back for the finished product. Hey guys, so we got back, picked up the auction stuff, a lot bigger than I thought. So those air compressor pumps, like there's one, there's another one down below. This thing is massive. Just comparing my hand to that compressor. Big motors, big cast iron stuff. This one's a bit smaller, but it's got dual fans on that rad. Then we've got the rooftop air conditioner. It wouldn't even fit in the trailer properly. So that was quite a sketchy load, and I'll tell you, I was happy to get home. So there we go. There's the trailer all painted up. So like I said, I did 2 coats wherever you can see, 1 coat inside. So I just wanted to neutralize the rust. And yeah, those interior rods are splotchy, zebra stripes. But that's okay. Nobody's ever going to see it again, except for the person I run over. My buddy came over welded up those plates. I was fine with just the glue, but he got all sketchy about that. He said, no, 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 you can't be doing that. So that's all welded up. So next we'll start the wiring. I don't know if I'll be able to get it all done in this video. If not, we'll just finish it up in the next, because I got to prepare to go out of town again, filming another car show. So hope you understand. Wiring. So I'm mounting this tail light inside of my bumper on the trailer. What I like to do is there's these studs on the back, right here and there. That's what you use for mounting. They don't give you a template, so I make my own. So the fold is going to sit on top of the bumper. For the left side, I've got a marked ditch, so I know which way to point. I've got my two holes. The flap always folds on top. And then on this one, I've marked a ground location. And then left. On the other side, same information, but it says right. So that's pretty self-explanatory. Reason why I marked the ground location is on the back of this, there's two channels. This is for your stop, turn, tail lamp, and then the white is for your ground. So I decided I'm going to ground it to the trailer, and I'm just going to bring it straight down like this. The yellow is for your left turn signal. The brown is for your stop and tail lamps. So this one has the license plate light, which I'm not going to be using. So I'm going to take my black electrical tape and just cover it up, just so the mounties can't complain about a white light protruding from the back of your vehicle, and they will. You don't want Johnny Law having an excuse to pull you over. I don't think it's so bad here in Alberta, but like our next door neighbors in BC, those cops are brutal. I wouldn't even bring this trailer in BC. They're very particular, and Alberta, we're not so particular. So there you go. I've blacked out that tail light. Next, I'm going to take a piece of black electrical tape, bring my ground down. I'm just doing this to hold it in place, so I don't have to worry about it later. And then my yellow and brown wire through the side channel. And this is just to make sure your wires don't get pinched off. You know, rubbing against the trailer frame and shorting out. The biggest problem with trailers is they shake so much. So you want to do everything you can to protect from accidental shorts. Okay, so That is all set up. Let's see. Do I have the wrong one? Let's see. Oh, this one's for the right. Sorry. No, I had the right one. But while I have this in my hand, I'm just going to do the same thing. Brown the green. Green being the left turn signal. Brown still is tail light and brakes. So we're just going to protect those wires. Get them going in the right direction. Same thing with the ground. Guess the ground doesn't really matter if it shorts out against the frame. It's ground. But grounds are very important. They're probably 90% of trailer issues, like wiring issues. So yeah. So that goes this way. My wiring goes through the bumper to a remote location. The ground will go underneath. We'll ground that underneath the bumper, probably this way. And yeah. So this is my left side. The left side is always the driver's side. You always determine right and left when you're sitting in the driver's seat. I'm just going to mark this ground for later. Then we're going to excuse the droning. Air conditioner's on. I noticed you must have nicked this brown wire when we were grinding. So I'm just going to cut that in half. Take the wire cutters. Twist them together. So I've been using these butt connectors that they self-solder, and I think this one works for this. The bigger one. Let's see, the blue one. What I like to do is, you see, you don't have to crimp these, but I still do. Crimp them. Then I take my heat gun, and what these will do is they'll heat shrink and solder all at the same time. And just heat them up until that solder melts and the plastic shrinks. And the solder has melted. Now that is a forever bond. On the trailer, the red is the turn signal, and then this yellow, the spray painted, but I know it's yellow because I already checked, will be my blah blah blah. So my existing wiring, my left turn is my red wire, but it's the yellow wire on the tail light. What I've done is I've spliced these together. Then I'm going to slide this over so the solder's in the middle. Then this and this one will go together. We'll just do that again. Just like that. And twist these two together. Give them both a little crimp. And we'll just give them a little solder. Give them a little tug, and they work fine. Now, just want to slide those wires down. Oops. Guess I should have fed my white one down the rabbit hole first. There we go. My white ground goes through that hole. Other wires get pushed. Two nuts are tightened. I'll probably put a socket on them later. Just too lazy to go right now. And now we just got to connect the ground. So we're going to put that ground in with, of course, a self-tapper. But what I like to do with grounds is I like to put a washer. Because like I said before, ground is everything. Ask any automotive electrician, even any electrician, I guess. Ground is everything. So anyways, guys, we're going to do the same thing with the other side. Hey guys, so the wiring's done, all except for the hoist, or cherry picker I should say, and the side marker lights. Reason the side marker lights aren't done, because I'm going to fill that channel up with wood. It'd be a great place to anchor my stake pockets to, my fenders to, and anytime I need a new mounting point, it'll be easy just to screw it on the road, is what kind of my thoughts are. And yeah, so we got the tail lights in, got the brakes all wired up. We put a new breakaway switch. And tell you the truth, that's the most important part right there, is for that breakaway switch. If that thing comes apart, this thing is just going to stop. It's not going to go driving into other people. And so I know I'm the safety third guy, waiting on my tire. It's over at Clark's Tire getting fixed. Got that other tail light in. It's all tested, ready to go. This wire here is for my license plate light, and I will be putting that on this fender, furthest away from the photo radar, hidden by a wall. I'm going to take out the table saw, just trim down these 2x4s, just a 3/16 of an inch so they fit in that channel perfectly. And then we'll start decking this thing. Here's all the wood. 2x8s, 2x10s, 5/4 for the side walls, some 2x4 for stake pockets and other stuff. So let's get at it. Okay, so we cut our wood. I screwed the marker light to the lumber so it would just be easier to thread the wire through and put a clamp. And now I'm just going to bolt in that piece of 2x4 with, of course, some self-tappers. So of course my bolts are way too long, and that's because that's the only thing they had at the store. So we're going to do that 3 more times, both sides, front and rear of the tire. So we got the perimeter all done. We picked up the tire, installed that, finished all the wiring on the marker lights, which are looking really good. And we're going to install a sleeper at 8 feet and at 10 feet. And the reason for that is because I bought all my material, 8 and 10 foot. If I would have ordered 18-foot material, it would have been $800 just for the floor. By doing it in 2 pieces, it's $500 for all the wood, even the sides. So that's the reason why I did that. So we're going to install those sleepers and then start decking. Also, I painted all my stake pockets nice shiny black. So give me a few minutes and we'll start decking this thing out. So we're all decked out here. That's going to be it for the end of this episode. Next week we'll finish it up, put the sides on, finish installing the crane, a couple other little goodies, a couple surprises you're not going to want to miss. Yeah, so that's looking pretty good. Going to be pretty solid, I think. So if you liked it, make sure to like, share, subscribe. And that's a lot nicer junk than it used to be. Have a great weekend. Bye.